warm. That was a good workout, actually. I have a confession. It's day 26 of my 30-day health challenge, and my last check-in was day 15. The truth is, I hit a wall. I'm stuck at a 10-pound loss, and I've been plateauing for days. If you're new here, hi, I'm Dana, and I'm trying to navigate being 61 and all the changes I'm feeling in this new chapter of my life. And that leads me to this 30-day challenge and how I'm trying to combat all these health issues creeping up in my 60s. So after my last check-in at day 15, I was tired, discouraged, and I just didn't feel like filming. But I have renewed energy because of something, or rather someone, who asked me a question that changed my entire week. We'll get to her in a second, but first, let's talk about another potato chip disaster. All right, so I'm going to try a recipe that I found online, and it is a replacement for my potato chips. It is a protein chip made from egg whites and a little bit of cheese. So let's give this a shot. I haven't tried it yet, and hopefully it's something that I could make whenever I really want chips. Okay, well, I'm really sad because these chips did not work out for me. I couldn't get them out of the muffin tin. So I must have not put enough grease on the bottom. So in order to meet my deadlines for my YouTube videos, I ended up working some late nights. There were some nights where I stayed up past 2 o'clock. And because of deadlines, I was just so tired. And I think that whole throwing off my sleep schedule made it harder for me to be more mindful or paying attention to what was going on in my life as far as my health. And I started doing some mindless snacking. And because, I thought I was okay. I was eating, one meal, maybe 2 meals. And I thought I was staying within my macros because I'm doing keto and intermittent fasting, that I should be good. But the scale just kept hovering between 9-pound, 10-pound loss. And that was so frustrating. I mean, I think from day 15 to today, I only had a 1-pound loss. And to me, that was sort of demotivating. And the other thing that was contributing to my plateau was that I babysit my grandbaby, Malia, twice a week. And during those days, I tend to sample and, let's say, eat along with Malia.
Bye cho cô. Bye bye.
Throughout the long day, I watch her from either 7:30 or 8:30 in the morning until about 5:30, sometimes 6 p.m. And so I'm feeding her meals, and I'm trying to keep them pretty much very nutritious, and they are more caloric, so they're more dense nutrition. And I tend to sample along the way as well. So I think that was also making this past 10 days difficult. And, add it with me just being tired from staying up late trying to hit these deadlines. I think that was a really bad combination. So just when I was feeling super discouraged, someone got me thinking in a totally different way. The only tracking I was really doing was daily weigh-ins and writing down roughly what I ate and if it was an OMAD or a 2MAD day. And yesterday, a really good friend of mine, Yoko, she came over to visit and we had tea.
So I'm curious about you because you know Japan through many different people, but since you haven't been there, I bet you if you go there, you feel like you came back.
That's so
that kind of feeling.
Yeah. I'm very interested in how it's going to feel. She's around my age and she's really into health and fitness as well as wellness. And she tracks and accounts for everything with her smartwatch. Calories, macros, steps, exercise, sleep, all of that. It's pretty amazing. Because she follows my channel, she knew about my health challenge. And she asked me with genuine concern, Dana, are you sure you're eating enough? I'm worried about you. That really inspired me and touched me. And so I decided to stop guessing and actually look at the math. So I calculated my BMR. That means basal metabolic rate, or my idling metabolic rate, which is only 1,226 calories. When I asked AI to analyze 2 of my go-to meals, steak and veggies and my protein scrambled eggs, I realized these meals, along with my sneaky snacks, it was adding up to 1,700 calories. I wasn't failing, I was just perfectly maintaining. I also think that now that I'm in my 60s, I have to face the reality of a slower metabolism. I need to figure out ways to speed it up if I want to get out of this plateau. The good news is I'm still moving, hitting about 3,000 to 5,000 steps and e-biking to yoga and hip hop class. I'm even trying to add in a little bit of weightlifting. Gorgeous day. I was able to actually get a good workout. I did weightlifting and I just did some kind of yoga stretches, which was really great because I missed my yoga class. I got caught up with filming for the video, so that messed me up, and that's okay. I was able to still go and do a workout, which is good because I noticed that if I do any kind of like weightlifting later in the day or after I exercise, it's harder because I'm tired. So to actually do some weightlifting before I'm tired is a good thing. All right, so I'm going to go ahead. This is one of our busy intersections in Berkeley, so I need to be totally aware of what's going on around me. last time I checked in with you, it was 10 days ago. And I just really didn't feel like checking in because I was getting really discouraged. I had reached a plateau and I just kept bouncing from 9 pounds to 10 pounds lost, and it just kept bouncing and bouncing. And I couldn't figure out like what I was doing. Well, that's not true. I had an inkling that I knew what was going on, but I guess in some ways I was sitting in denial about it. Like, oh, you know, but everything else is good. I'm doing all the other things right. So what's a few peanuts gonna do to me? What's a few, you know, another coffee with cream, how's that gonna hurt me? I kind of felt like a bug went down my throat. So today I'm gonna try to put together this video real quick and get it out to you as soon as I can. I have an idea, or I have ideas for the next videos, and I'm really excited about it. I hope you guys enjoy it. I want to do a series on Ikigai, and I have different sort of subtopics about it, which I hope will be interesting to everybody. I'm gonna go down. Okay, here we go. Wow, can you hear those birds? No helicopters today. Yeah, so the good news is that I am moving more, I am exercising, but for me, I had become so sedentary. I think because I just sit in front of the computer most of the day, and you know, while I'm busy, I'm not active, so that's a thing. So for me to do even 5,000 steps, like I did that, I think yesterday, I took Sven for a nice walk, and to me it's kind of a lot. So yeah, that was good. And then, you know, I'm e-biking more and more, going to the gym. And actually, I haven't driven to the gym ever since I've gotten the e-bike and took my first ride there. So I think it's good. It actually saves on time because I don't have to worry about parking. And I have a really clear route. I mainly use like this bike boulevard, which is very much set up for bikes. So it's really safe. And, you know, thank you for all your tips and tricks and safety measures. I've been, you know, reading every one of your comments, and they're all so helpful. So thank you. I do need to get some gloves, so I'll be getting those soon. Yeah, and today, trying to integrate some weightlifting, I think is a big deal. So I don't really like doing it. That's the problem. Like, I love classes where I can get energy from everybody in the class too. Who knows, maybe I'll like it more as I get more into it. I don't know. All right, so what's next? For these last few days, I'm gonna do a bit of tracking to see me through. And no more fancy chip recipes, just super easy to make, very boring, but taste good meals. And I'm going to be a lot more intentional and less mindlessly snacking on things. I might even try to break up my big OMAD meal into 2 smaller meals and see if I could actually do moderation. For an all or nothing girl, this is a big step. So if you're curious about how I started this 30-day challenge, check out this playlist right over here and subscribe for updates. Thanks so much for joining me as I navigate what it's like to be in my 60s. See you next time. Bye.